Matthew Broderick
You may be the wrong man for the job, but I think you're cute.
discovers size matters
How close did you get to the thing?
I got pretty close.
in the network premiere.
What do we do? Running would be a good idea.
Godzilla, tonight at 8:45 on BBC One.
Don't even think about it.
Malcolm and the boys try a little spring cleaning. Malcolm in the Middle, Friday at 6:45 on BBC Two.
BBC One, your very own TV dinner.
Thank you very much indeed. Hello everybody and welcome to Celebrity Ready Steady Cook. Tonight celebrity shoppers are two of the biggest names from the pop scene in the 80s. But before we meet them, let's welcome our talented chefs. They are Anthony Worrell Thompson and Leslie Walters. How you doing, Les? Lovely to see you. Well, I say, everyone, we've got to say Leslie has a new hairstyle, which I think looks really lovely, doesn't it, everyone, eh?
Natural.
Of course it's natural, Les. Naturally out of a bottle, I think, don't you?
Absolutely.
Now, our first guest tonight is a music legend. His song, Vienna, is a true 80s classic. And Do They Know It's Christmas, which he co-wrote with Bob Geldof for Band Aid, is the second biggest-selling single in British history. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the wonderful Midge Ure! Are you all right? Lovely to see you. Hello.
Thank you.
Well, you were with a band called Ultravox, and are you ultra talented in the kitchen?
I'm actually not bad in the kitchen. In fact, most of the couples I know, it's the men who delve into the kitchen area. Women actually don't want to, I find, have anything to do with anything that's in the kitchen. You know, dishwashers, washing machines, fridges, cookers, that kind of thing.
Leslie might have something to say about that.
I have. I'll talk to you in a minute.
And she's cooking for you. You better treat her right. Let's have a look in your bag there,
All
Midge.
right, here we go.
Oh, wow.
Some big things.
There are some. Oh, yeah, look at that. Talk to us about this little lot, then.
Okay, favourite things, chicken. Seem to eat constantly. Ginger. I just love the flavour of ginger. It's a fantastic. Pineapple. For my sins, I used to sit on the veranda of my little house out in the Caribbean, out in Montserrat, the Isle of Montserrat.
Oh,
sitting there
lovely.
eating my pineapple until God in his infinite wisdom hit me with a hurricane and now a volcano, and said, "You're a working class guy from Glasgow. You shouldn't have a house in the Caribbean." So this is my remnants of it. This is what I've got left.
That's the memory.
That's it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love spicy foods. I love curries. I love Thai. I cook Japanese. I cook lots of different things. I really enjoy cooking. So these are the ingredients that I would put something together.
Sure.
With.
Well, you've got the pepper, the potato. How much did you spend on that little lot, then, Midge?
£4.91 being a Scot.
Anyway, we're about to meet a friend of yours, by all accounts, of your era, yes? Oh. Now, our next mystery guest was a wild, red-haired punk princess. She mellowed a bit since she turned the world inside out in the 80s, but I'm sure she's going to turn this kitchen upside down. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Toya Wilcox! How you doing? Lovely to see you.
Hello.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you.
Oh, look at you. You
You're
look fantastic.
short, aren't you?
I know, darling.
I've got heels on as
Got
well.
me, babe, don't worry. We're okay, we're matched.
I know, you do match, actually. Very nicely. It's the hair tone, isn't it? That be right. Now, you're a bit of a wild girl in the 80s. Are you wild in the kitchen then, Toya?
I'm an animal in the kitchen.
Really?
I just see that oven and I panic. You know, like, let me out of here.
What about shopping? Are you quite good at shopping?
I love shopping. I just love feeling things in the supermarket, you know, if you get away with it. I just love my melons.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's have a look in your bag, Toya. Lovely. Let's have a look. What have you brought us along here?
Oh, something's still in there.
That's it.
Right. Broccoli. I tell you why, Joan Collins once said it kept her young, and I've ate it religiously ever since. Very low in calories. Udon noodles, because I used to live in Glasgow for 3 months of the year, and you get the best Japanese food in Glasgow. There you go, Midge.
Jimmy.
Tofu, because I'm preferably vegetarian, and I love tofu. You can eat it without guilt. Chilies, because once you've cut them up, your fingers are brilliant weapons. And spring onions, because the colour's fantastic, the taste is fantastic, and coconut milk, because it's just plain exotic.
It is. It's wonderfully exotic. How much did you spend on this little exotic lot here?
£4.82.
£4.82?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Midge could have taught you one or two things there.
Skinflint.
That tofu just sends me wild.
Did it really? All right, well, you two get wild. I'll come back and see you. What are they like? Les, what are you going to cook for Midge?
I think we're going to do a Thai version of chicken and chips.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah?
OK.
That's one of the things. And I think a pud. Maybe something with, use some of the pineapple, make a sort of pineapple caramelised pancake pie.
Right. And you're going to
Something like that.
spice this up somehow,
I'm
are
going
you?
to spice it up. I'm going to do a sort of pepper mayo,
Yeah.
and I'm going to do spicy sort of potato wedges
Really?
and...
We've got some chilies over there. Maybe you could do a little bit of a swap or something.
Oh, yeah. Can I... Have you got fresh chilies?
Loads.
Anthony.
We'll do you a couple of pineapple slices for some chili.
Hey!
That'd be really good, actually. I think you'd put... What about a little ginger? Just a...
For you, my darling.
Oh, look at this. You've
Good
got them
stuff.
going now. Do you like it nice and hot, Mitch?
I love it hot, thank you.
Oh, good.
It's good to know, Mitch. That sounds great, Les. Now, what about you two? What have you discussed and what have you come up with?
Well, we're going to do a bread and butter pudding, but using some of the coconut milk, and that's what we're useful for the pineapple. So a little bit of orange caramel bread and butter pudding.
Sure.
We're going to do a soup noodle with a little broken egg cracked into it, hopefully. We're going to do a Thai sort of curry.
Yeah.
And then with the tofu, we're going to do tofu sticks, crispy salt and pepper tofu strips.
Strips or chips or whatever. How does that sound
That
to you,
sounds
Toya?
brilliant. No alcohol for me,
No
though,
alcohol,
thank you.
no pubs.
Thank
No
you. That
alcohol.
sounds
No pubs.
perfect.
That's good, because
Luscious
alcohol,
food.
alcohol and the East don't go that
Well,
well. do
both of them sound absolutely beautiful, but can they do it in 20 minutes? Let's get them started when I say these words. Ready, steady, cook. OK.
It's that music.
That's it. Yeah, it gets you going, doesn't it, Les?
It does.
Just have a little bit
We're
of
off. We're off.
Lovely. Loosen up the joints. Do you ever dance in the kitchen then, Mitch?
Not in a green thing, I don't. I haven't got one in black to go with the rest of my outfit.
Well, I think it looks quite good. We like that on you. We like to make our celebs feel at home.
Thank you.
Yeah, pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Now, what do you said you're going to make a nice sort of classic fish and chips, Thai fish and chips.
Yeah.
Sorry, chicken and chips. My apologies, Les.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? What are you actually going to do with the chicken?
I think what we're going to do is, first of all, use lots and lots of ginger and make a ginger, onion and chilli paste. So I'm going to need a chilli from Anthony.
Okay.
right, here you
He's
go.
kind enough to lend it to me.
OK, we'll get that chilli bit organised. Can we do that, Anthony?
We
Perhaps you've
can.
got a couple that you could speak. You're not going to use too many of those, are you?
Open it, could you?
Yeah, of course I will. I'll open that up for you.
Really thick wedges.
Here we are.
Okay.
Here we are. Look at
Oh,
that.
I say. Let's have two of those little red fellas there.
Is that
Thanks,
okay?
Anthony. Is that all right?
No problem.
All right, so we've got our ginger here. But first of all, I just want to get... Actually, Midge, can you cut that in half and then in quarters?
Sure.
And hurry up, please.
I'll try. Thank you.
All right, love. So, we've got our ginger here. And, I mean, you can peel your ginger if
Is
you
that
want
for the
to.
boy?
That's for the boy, yeah.
And
Is that enough?
is that enough?
Yeah, that's gorgeous. Thank you.
All right.
Great.
Now
Not
we're
too
going
much
to grate
novel.
it. I need my grater. And which is... Where's my grater
I think
gone?
we've got one down here somewhere, haven't we, Les?
All right.
How fine do you want it grated? Here we are.
Yeah, just kind of coarse like cheese.
Yeah.
Perfect, yeah. And I'm going to put it into the whizzer.
Lovely.
With,
I'll peel that onion for you.
Yeah, with the onion, lots and lots of herbs.
Yeah.
Midge, what herbs do you like?
I love coriander.
Hey.
I love coriander, either herb, leaf, or seeds.
All right, let's get some coriander seeds.
Yeah.
They're over there. Ooh, he's very obedient, isn't
He's
he?
very obedient, isn't he?
I'm doing
You're
my best.
keeping him, this is it. You shouldn't have mentioned about women doing things. She's going to have you running all over the place. I tell you. I'll come back, Les.
All right.
OK. Now, what have you started with here, Anthony?
Well, I'm making the caramel and oranges to go in the bottom of my bread and butter pudding.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that when Leslie has the pineapple, we'll be able to get that in.
Yes.
And I've got the caramel in there.
And do you need that quite early? Do you want to take a slice off the base? Shall I ask?
Yeah, quite nice. I mean, it's not a major problem. And
Could you take a slice off the base there?
Yeah.
All right, then 3 minutes gone already. Yeah, I'll take a quick slice off there.
quick slice.
There we
What,
are.
like that?
No, that's
Oh,
half.
OK. I'll just take the end off because that's the trimmings.
Yeah.
And I need 2 sort of slices.
Yeah.
OK. So that's lovely.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. There we are. How about that,
Thanks,
Les?
my
All
love.
right.
That's fine.
Fantastic. Now, what's the secret of a sort of quick bread and butter pudding then, Anthony, for people at home?
We're about to find out. It's sort of making a custard,
Yeah.
which I use 4 egg yolks to a pint of liquid, bit of sugar, in which case we're going to use half the tin of coconut milk.
Yeah.
And that's
Which is coriander.
No, that's fine. That's coriander. Quite a bit of that, roughly chopped.
OK.
Yeah. So we're going to put that all together, and that with the coconut milk instead of all milk. Normally it'd be all milk. A little bit of cast sugar.
It's
Normally
like
a bit of vanilla.
Base the coconut. A lot of people get sort of put off by coconut milk, but it is a wonderful kind of like substitute for cream, isn't it?
Ah, it's fantastic. It's a very trendy little item now, isn't it? I mean, gone are the days of pina colada.
Yeah, absolutely.
This, we cook with this now.
Right,
Yes.
right.
I mean, the Thais have made it very popular, of course. You know, Thai chicken curries and things like that.
Great. Well, Tori was
Right.
talking about it. You love all that
Lovely.
Thai food,
Have some
don't
of
you?
I haven't chopped it yet.
That's all right. I'm going to put it in a mixer.
I love Thai food. It's fantastic.
Peel that for me.
Thanks. Feel
I
that.
know.
It's so
don't
knobbly.
buy knobbly ginger. Well, that's what he says.
I mean, all my cooking is done in a wok.
Uh-huh.
Yes, if I cook at all, actually.
Nice and quick. That's the way you
very
like
quick.
it, is it?
And very healthy as well. And I try and dry fry. I try not to use any fat
Too much
at all.
oil or
Yeah.
something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm so short, I can't afford to put weight on. So.
Oh, no, you're looking great. You're looking
look
brilliant.
great.
15 minutes to go.
Okay.
OK, Anthony, I'll let you get sort of semi-set up here. And when you're putting the pudding together, call me over, all right?
I will.
I'd like
I
to see
will.
the finish of that. All right,
Oh,
now.
good, great timing. Okay. Hey, Midge is good in the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
Hey,
Hey.
I can do what I'm told.
I like a man that can do what he's
I
told.
know, absolutely.
Anyway, okay, let's have a look in here. So we have got onion, ginger. Have a smell of that, Midge. Coriander,
fantastic.
lime.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. A little
like
bit of
in
honey.
That'll get your eyes
Right,
watering,
okay.
won't it? Yeah.
Is it going
Onto
in
the
there?
chicken. Onto
Okay.
the chicken. Fantastic.
Here we are, let's take that out, Midge. That'll make it a lot easier for you.
Thank you. We don't,
Okay.
don't want that in there. Instant toothpick.
All right, we're just going to leave that, and then we're
And
going to
how long
pan
would
it
you
off.
normally marinate something like this
Oh,
for,
it's best if you can
Leslie?
do it overnight. But, you know, if you haven't got the time, it's not the end of the world. Just even just letting it sit for 20 minutes will help it. Of course, we haven't even got time to do that.
Now, I've got to go back to this name Midge. Where did that originally sort of come from? Because you're, what was it called? But you're Jim, aren't you?
Well, James, yes. So like most nicknames, you don't ask for it, and it's usually thrust upon you. There was a great movie called Animal House, where there's a great scene where John Belushi walks through all the new guys coming into the frat and says,
I
and
love
you're
that
now
film.
called, and you are now called. Well, it happened to me. I was in a band. The other guy in the band was called Jim. He'd been in the band longer than I was, who said, now you are Midge, which is Jim backwards.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, Jim backwards,
Yeah,
Midge. And you
M.I.J..
added the D-D-E.
Well, I had to put a bit of style in.
Well,
so,
Leslie,
you know.
you would be a what? A Yelsey? What was that? A Yelsel? Or
A
something?
Yell cell, probably,
Yell
wouldn't
cell.
I? Hey, it's a new name. All right.
Yelsel.
Also, it's lovely, yeah.
Right, let's get that chicken in there,
13
that
minutes to go.
side down.
That
So
side
you
down.
pick it up,
Okay.
whack it in the pan.
Now, Midge,
Yeah.
you've always written your own songs, haven't you? But if you had to do a cover version, who would you like? 'Cause there's so many fabulous artists out there.
Well, there's so many seminal people out there who've written the key things that have made huge changes to your life. People like David Bowie or Roxy Music or any of those guys. I'd be very wary doing cover versions. You have to either give it your interpretation of it, or not do it at all.
Yeah.
So you have to take it and turn it inside out and make it something else. Otherwise, there's no point in doing it.
Yeah. Okay,
Let me
okay.
think,
I'll
yeah.
be
He wants
right
to do a
back.
cover
Yeah,
version.
excuse me, yeah. He wants to do a cover version down. How's this going?
Okay, I put the oranges and caramel in the bottom.
Yeah.
And then put the custard over
So
the top.
what quantity of oranges to caramel? Or sugar, I should say?
Well, I got 2 ounces of butter, 2 ounces of 2 ounces of honey.
Yeah.
And 2 ounces of...
My hands aren't strong enough.
There we are, Doc.
And the other thing is...
Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah.
2 ounces soft brown sugar.
Right, and you just brought that up to the boil, pop the orange in there,
Yeah.
and that was your base.
I got it all caramelised, so it
Yeah.
all blended together nicely.
Yeah.
And that was my base, yeah.
Fantastic.
And I'm going to fry my pineapple.
And
off
get
in
that
here.
all going. Well, whilst you're doing that, I'll have a quick chat down here with Tom. Now, look at you, Mrs. Busy getting up to all your bits and pieces there. Now, you had a top 10 hit with It's a Mystery.
Yeah.
I mean, every time you go into the kitchen and you start sort of cooking, is it a bit of a mystery to you?
Everything's a mystery to me in the
Really?
kitchen.
You said
yeah.
you're a bit frightened of the oven, but yet you're talking about doing all this dry wok frying and stuff like that.
To be honest, I think because I'm a relatively good cook and people expect me to cook, I don't quite enjoy it. So
Yeah.
when I'm at home, I eat an awful lot of raw food, just fruit and veg.
Yeah.
Because I'm lazy, basically.
I think a lot of people are, though. You
Yes.
know? And people don't realise that a lot of the sort of vegetables that we get in the freeze, they retain all those sort of nutritional values that you have in things. Is that right, Anthony?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what it's all about. Lots
Yeah,
of fruit and veg.
it is
isn't
what it's
Lots
all
of
about.
fruit and veg and raw, all the better.
And I don't know about you, if ever I make a pudding, I'll eat the whole thing before anyone else sees it as
Really?
well. So it's like, steer clear of that.
No problem with that.
Yeah.
There's a lovely story about you eating your mum's sort of cakes and stuff when you were younger, wasn't there?
Yes, but it wasn't me. My mother would make cakes and she'd put them to cool on the baking tray.
Yeah.
And my brother would come along and take a huge bite out the cake.
Yeah.
So my father used to measure the teeth marks by getting us to bite on a piece of paper. And he'd find out who bit the cake by measuring it up.
Detective Wilcox, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I always got the blame.
You always got the blame.
Yes.
Oh, no. Probably had similar teeth marks or something like that. Now, what about sort of music in the kitchen when you're cooking? Are you one of those people that like to have a bit of something
music.
going on?
Anything from Debussy through to Stravinsky.
Oh, really? Classical stuff, then?
If you're really kind of in a hurry and
Yeah.
you've got Firebird on, everything gets cut so quickly.
Oh,
sorry, I'm not being much help, am
No,
I?
you're fine, you're
He's very
fine.
bold.
And anything from
Halfway. Yeah.
Bing Crosby to David Bowie, I think a lot. I just love music.
I'm a bit more sort of soulful. I like all the soulful stuff, get on down,
Yeah.
and quite sort of cool and stuff. You know, kind of gets me in the mood a little bit.
Yeah.
What about you, Anthony?
Yes,
Music-wise?
I've just come back from Jamaica.
Oh, yes.
So,
Yeah, I look a bit of reggae.
I thought, yeah, it's the old Marley. I like a Marley.
Oh, lovely.
I tell you what, we had some most fantastic, just tin sheds on the beach, boats tore in with their fish, picked our lobster, and we had snapper, and this little tin shuts and wooden benches. God, the environmental health officer would have had a field day. But the point is, it was
ideal.
fantastic. It was the freshest fish you've ever had.
Lovely. I'll come back and see you. OK, 9 minutes. How's it going over here, Les? Oh, look, chicken cooking. And smelling great, I have to say. OK, what about this pineapple?
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to griddle some of the pineapple in the griddle pan. That's going to be to serve with the chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leave the skin on it because that just gives a lovely perfume to the whole dish.
Yes.
And then the rest, we're just going to chop up with some oranges. Midge is over there, my kitchen slave.
He is. He's doing a marvellous job, isn't he?
I'm doing my bit. Oh, look, the fingers are getting all wrinkled.
Now, we were talking about cover versions before. Has anybody ever done a cover version of Vienna?
There's just been one done recently by a guy called Russell, from Manchester, young opera singer guy. He's done this fantastic version of it.
And are you happy with that? Do you ever get a bit nervous thinking someone might destroy my
no,
art?
I'm not precious about things like that at all. You know, people should be able to grab a piece of music and turn it into their own thing anytime they like.
And where did you write it? It's such a classic. Were you in the sort of romantic Vienna at the time? Somewhere like that?
Except it was Turnham Green, really. It wasn't really...
Turnham Green.
I'd never been to Vienna. I'd read about it and I knew all about the secessionists and stuff, so it was pure fantasy at the time.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Now, what about all these pop stars that you know? Do you go round to each other's house and sit down? Like, has Bob Geldof ever invited you over for a bit of a sort of a rock nibble?
Funnily enough, no. No, it doesn't get to happen that way. I mean, it's like you meet all these guys at various TV shows, various events and things, and And you never really get a chance to kind of mix. Everyone's got their own kind of very busy little areas to do. And of course, when you go home, you just want to spend it with the kids.
I know, exactly. Chill out with the kids, and
Absolutely.
getting down there, doing a bit of cooking with them or something
Absolutely.
like that. All right, what I say, after Band Aid, there was Live Aid.
Yep.
What was that like, standing on stage there in front of millions of people worldwide and singing? What's the feeling like? Did it get your guts going?
It's a bit like this, really, isn't it?
Is it really?
No. It was petrifying, absolutely petrifying, because the thing was that people didn't get to see that the artists had no time for a sound check and to check that everything was working and the sound was okay and all of that stuff. Just went on. You had 18 minutes. What you didn't know that was there was a traffic light system either side of the stage, and you had 18 minutes, and if you saw the lights turn from green to amber, you had 2 minutes left. And you wouldn't see it go from amber to red because it would all go off. Yeah. So that kept everybody in time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was petrifying. Yeah, absolutely.
It must have been great sitting down there and watching all these famous sort of pop icons just doing their stuff.
Well, luckily I was in the first hour, so I managed to get out front and sit there and watch all these artists that I didn't think I'd particularly enjoy, but they were fantastic. It was a brilliant day.
Absolutely. It's great. It will never be forgotten. It's one of those classic moments, isn't it?
Fantastic.
Oh, fabulous. Everybody remembers. OK, quickly back to the food here,
OK,
Liz.
we're just going to whiz this up, Midge. I need you over here.
Yeah.
Charred peppers.
Come here, my darling.
OK, and what have we got in here? These are just...
These are just a little pancakes, cinnamon pancakes. Midge, in there with the egg.
Beautiful.
And we're just going to whiz that up
Just
with
the
some
yolk.
herbs. Just to go... And where's that chilli gone? Did we use it?
OK.
I haven't seen it.
Did you want more chilli?
Yes, please. That would be good.
OK, one
Thompson
chilli.
took it
Right,
back.
another one, Anthony.
Okay.
One chilli. There you go.
Thanks, darling.
No problem.
Right,
OK,
just
how's
put
it
the
going
chilli
over here,
in there.
Chef?
Well, we're in okay. Yes. We're
doing
just about doing all right.
All right, then. Now, the udon noodles are in there, aren't they?
They make a very
Right.
good meal.
I know, it's lovely. This is the tofu, isn't it?
Yes.
It is.
Beautiful.
I want you
So,
to...
I like tofu because you can eat it without guilt. It's
But it's a bit bland, though. I
It's
think
terribly
you need
bland.
to add flavour
well,
to it, though, don't
it makes
you?
the vegetables even more exciting.
Stir all that up
Yes.
and then coat it in that.
Okay.
There we are. Give that a bit of a shake. That's it. Get that all going there, Toya.
You know, you were asking Midge about has he ever kind of had famous people at his home?
Yeah.
Well, I was once trying on a stage outfit that consisted of black thigh boots, leather skirt and a leather bra.
Wow.
And the doorbell rang. And I opened the doorbell and we live in the country and it was a Sunday afternoon and there was Brian Ferry and I opened the door like Miss Whiplash. And he was terribly embarrassed and he said, hello, is your husband in? I said, no, come in and have tea. I served him tea in thigh boots. It was fantastic.
Oh, well, you know, talking about this kind of outfits, you did the Good Sex Guide Late Show, didn't
Yes,
you?
I was on
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yes, you were.
Did you really, Anthony?
Anthony did Valentine food.
I did. All about oysters and
Were you
things.
dressed in leather at the time too, Anthony?
No, there was a thong involved. No,
3 minutes.
I was in my chef's gear, actually, Ames.
But you've also done the BBC's Heaven and Earth. What is the real Toya? Is it that? Do you prefer to be that kind of outrageous person, or someone very calm and collected?
I like doing religious programmes because it's a taboo, the same as the way sex programmes are a taboo. I just enjoy those kind of challenges, doing really unusual things.
Yeah.
I'm too prudish to be a real kind of outrageous person.
Oh.
And I think I'm too outrageous to really be doing songs of
But
praise.
you were
So I'm
outraged
bang
in
in
the
the middle.
80s, so it's kind of changed now. Is this just age? Is this becoming a little bit more mature, do you think?
I think as you get older, you just don't
Mellow.
Care. You're mellow. You just don't care about
Yeah.
things. I don't get upset about anything anymore. I think I'm just as outrageous,
Oh, we
but I'm
love
just
you.
calmer about
I
it.
love you, and I love your outfit. I think this is great.
Oh, thank you,
Wonderful.
thank you.
OK, Chef, there we are. Tofu cooking in butter.
Butter and a little bit of oil.
Yeah.
This is our soup noodles, which
Yeah.
we're going to now put into a bowl and crack an egg in.
Fantastic. Well, you get on with that, and I'll come back. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes. Oh, Les is already compiling a few bits and pieces there. Now, what about you, Midge? What's next for you?
Oh, I've got a new album coming out. It's just come out in Europe the end of last year. So I've been out there touring, doing lots of stuff. It's one of those funny things in the UK music industry. If people haven't seen you for a few years, you think you've died.
Absolutely.
And been pinned up on the...
They forget the rest of the
Rock
world
Hall of
exists.
Fame.
Yeah.
So I've been out in Europe doing all that. It's coming out here.
Yeah, one and a half, Anthony.
So it's back on the grind again. It's like a hamster in a wheel, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like you just keep going, just keep going, you know.
And so, apart from music, what else do you like to do? What are the other interests?
Cooking.
Yeah? You love getting out there and doing it?
It's like, and I see it as kind of like putting together the equivalent of an airfix kit, except you can eat it at the end instead of shoot it up in your garden with your BB gun. You know, so that's
great. Oh, look at that, Les.
Good, looking good.
Yeah. What's in there, then?
Mitch,
We've got corianders, chili,
1 minute to go.
roast pepper, some sugar, a little bit of seasoning. It's fantastic. It'll blow your socks off.
Beautiful. I know it probably will do. What about you? You've been smoking again, Mitch? Wonderful. OK, 45 seconds. Let's go now, guys. This is it. We've got the lovely tofu. Remember all those lovely ingredients we had, everyone.
I want the sauce. Yep.
Where's
Don't
the
touch
chili's
that.
gone?
That's
Touching
hot.
nothing. Do you want the sauce on here?
30 seconds now.
Hey, where do my chilies?
Chilies, they're there. They're right in the front here. Where were they?
There they are.
OK, chilies. What do you want with them, Anthony? You want me to chop them up?
Yes, please.
OK, a couple
A
of
little bit
chilies
of red
chopped
ones
up.
on the top here.
OK. 15. There we are.
It's all right. It's okay.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop cooking! I think you'll agree this is a bit of a spicy number, both sides. Anthony's finishing off there. The food looks beautiful, but what have we got over here? Les, have you got a name for this? You get stuck in there.
Yeah, I
Liz.
have.
Thank you.
I think, Ms. Dieu, you're going to love this.
Oh, dear.
Probably are. And look at his hands, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. He's been working hard. She's got him doing all sorts of things.
She's had the painting out the back.
You get stuck into that, Mitch.
Fantastic.
Now, Mitch brought you along chicken breast, ginger, red pepper, pineapple, potato, and an onion. But what did you do with it all, Les?
Right, we roasted the pepper in the oven.
Yeah.
And we made a very chilly mayonnaise with the red pepper,
Oh,
yeah?
yes.
Very, very hot. We roasted we boiled the potatoes and roasted them in the oven with spices. You cut the
Are
chicken.
you married?
Thank
That's
you.
beautiful.
And we
Fantastic.
marinated this. We made like a ginger and onion paste with herbs. And we just slashed the chicken and stuck the chicken in the marinade and then just pan fried it off. Yeah. And then we made some cinnamon pancakes. And then with the rest of the pineapple, we fried it off in some butter, brown sugar, with some oranges, which Midge cut up beautifully, I have to say. And then we stacked up the whole thing. Greek yogurt, the hot fruits and the pancakes.
And just layered it up
And laid
beautifully.
like a pancake pie.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic.
What do you think?
Little bit of cinnamon. It's beautiful.
For
Absolutely fantastic.
£4.94, is it, eh?
Hey.
Or 91 or
I'll start a
something?
restaurant now.
I think you will do. Take Leslie with you. Well done, Les. Beautiful. Now, you finally finished, Anthony. OK, and you've been cooking up... It looks like a feast here for Toya. Doesn't it look lovely?
Can I try it?
Of course, you get stuck in.
Brilliant.
What are you going to call this?
I've got Jamaican laid back. This is a little bit of hell in heaven.
Hell in heaven.
Yes, it was hell today.
I tell you what, it tastes like heaven on earth.
I know. It's your programme.
Oh, lovely.
OK, heaven on earth, that'll do.
Heaven on earth, indeed. Now, Toya brought you along udon noodles, chilies, coconut milk, tofu, broccoli, and some spring onions. How did you compile it all together?
OK, let's start with the bread and butter pudding. We did our caramel base with some oranges on the bottom with brown sugar, honey, and butter. And we made a custard with the coconut milk, some cream. It's good, eh? Thank you. So the pan-fried this obviously bread and butter, pan-fried the pineapple, put it on top, back bunged in the oven. We've got the coconut milk, so it's a broccoli, a vegetarian sort of Thai curry with the coconut used, lots of spices, coriander, coriander, chilli, ginger from Leslie, thank you, and the noodles in there. And here, this is an udon soup noodle, very light base, just the broccoli stalks, a little egg cracked in at the end, all the same sort of spices in there except for the coconuts. And here, this is our tofu, cooked salt and pepper.
It's a bit hot, darling.
Which one?
That's a killer.
It's a
How
killer.
many chilies went in there?
I don't know.
You're going to fall on the floor, Anthony, after this.
Really nice.
Oh, no, it's lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. It is.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Two very, very satisfied celebrity guests, but what do our audience think? Is it going to be Anthony's red tomato or Yelsel's green pepper? Let's find out. Will you all please vote now? Oh, it's Yelsel and Midge green pepper! Well done. Excellent. Well done to you, Midge.
On time.
I know. Oh, it doesn't matter. Now I've got two up here. Now I've got to say, £1,000 there towards your favourite charity, which is?
It's two. I'm splitting it between two. One's Nordhoff Robbins, which is the official music industry charity, and the other one is got to be Comic Relief.
Comic Relief.
Isn't it?
Oh, absolutely brilliant. Well, thank you very much for coming. That's great. Wonderful. Well done to you too, Les. That's excellent. Well done. Hey!
Oh, well.
What can I say? You go away with the knowledge of being able to create all this wonderful food, and not only that, look what I've got for you. The Celebrity Ready Steady Cookbook.
Hey, so now you've got 20 minutes.
Yeah. Did you enjoy yourself?
I had a great time. It was really, really good. And thank you.
She was a
thoroughly
star,
enjoyed having you on.
Claire. She was
Thank
a
you,
star.
Anthony. And thank you for joining us here on Celebrity Ready Steady Cook. Until next time, have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.
Dan's got some serious explaining to do. EastEnders on BBC One in 15 minutes. And then it's the big holiday movie, Godzilla, at 8:45. There are more top Ready Steady Cook recipes in this BBC book, which accompanies the series.
Create an impression, meet the Queen of Pop.
So I call her Elizabeth Regina.
Who loved the Prince of Hip Hop.
BBC Wood Lane W128 QT.
Who wanted a fix from Sir Jimmy.
Oh, happy with that.
Who's a fan of our Vinny.
Since you've been out in Hollywood, right, you've started talking like a nonsense chat.
Who's criticised by bookings.
Yeah.
But this player's better looking.
I can't get you a job playing for Manchester United.
Then there's Hollywood Wives.
Hello. Can I speak to George Clooney, please?
And the critics with knives.
No one can do me, it's impossible.
Celebrity Connections on Alistair McGowan's Big Impression. Stars this Sunday at 8:30 on BBC One.